How are we going to change our OW space object into a property list? Well, we're going to have a method, of course, that will do all of the work. And this will create modularity so we can call this method over and over if we add more than one space object. So let's go ahead, let's add another pragma mark. And because this is going to be private API or no other class is going to need to use this method, we don't need to declare this in our header file. So we can simply call this a helper method. And let's actually pluralize that because we might have more than one in the future. And let's go ahead and we're going to return NS Dictionary. And we're going to call this space object as a property list. And we're going to give it an argument. So we're going to be able to say OW space object. And we're going to give it a variable name space object. And let's add curly braces. So this error is just that we haven't returned an NS Dictionary yet, which we'll do in just a minute. So let's start off by converting the objects we know how to do. So we're going to say NS Dictionary is equal to, and let's use our literal syntax. So let's use our at curly braces. And we know that inside these curly braces, we have to do keys and values. Well, for our keys, let's use those defines we set up previously. So we can use planet name, and we'll do colon, and we'll say space object dot name, and we can do comma, and we'll say planet gravity, colon, and we'll say at parenthesis, and we'll say space object dot gravitational force. This is how we're going to create our NS number object. And let's do planet diameter, colon, and we'll say space object dot diameter. Oh, and I need the at sign and the parentheses, because what this is going to do is it's going to take this primitive and it's going to convert it to an NS number using our literal syntax. And we should also do planet year length. And we'll write at parentheses space object dot year length, and we'll do comma. And next, let's do the planet day length, and we'll do colon, and we'll say at parentheses space object dot day length, and we'll do a comma at the end here. And next, let's do the temperature, so we can say planet, and we'll do colon, and we'll say at parenthesis, and we'll say space object dot temperature, and we'll add a comma. And next we can do the number of moons, so we'll say planet dot underscore number of moons, and we'll say colon. And again, we want to convert this to an NS number, so we'll do space object dot number of moons, comma. And next we need to do the nickname, so we'll say planet nickname, colon, space object dot nickname. And we can do finally our interesting facts, so we'll say planet interesting fact, colon, space object dot interesting fact. So great, we have created our NS dictionary here, and we can return this dictionary. But we're missing one piece. And what is that piece? Well, we haven't added our image yet. So notice how we've been able to convert first all of our floats and our integers into NS numbers, and they get shoved into our dictionary. But in order to do our image, we haven't learned how to convert our image into one of the recognized objects that we're able to add as a plist. Although there is a workaround in order to store our image in NS user defaults, I would highly recommend against it. An image is simply big, and NS user defaults is lightweight, so it's not a great combination. To save our image, we use a function called UIImage PNG representation to take an image and turn it into NS data. So before our dictionary, let's first convert our image into an NS data object. So we're going to type NS data, and we can write image data as our variable name, and we'll set that equal to UIImage PNG representation, and we'll say space object dot space image. So great, now we have an NS data object, and we can add that to our NS dictionary by saying planet image colon, and we can add our image data. So now our dictionary has all of the proper elements from our space object, and we are returning this as an NS dictionary with key value pairs.